Hello and welcome back to Wireman Swimsy. This is the fourth alternative card using elements from the June 2024 Paper Pumpkin Kit. I've also brought in one of the dies from the Spotlight on Nature dies. And I've got a couple of the vellum leaves, a couple of the peaches, and then I got the idea for this from looking at all of the greeting strips, and if I don't use them all, I end up just throwing them away. I used to keep them and I had a whole bunch and I never used them, and I thought I could use these, and then I was going to color them with my Stampin' Blends, and then I decided I could just make 1/4-inch strips out of the Calypso Coral and the Peach Pie, and this is the first time I've used the Peach Pie, and it seems like a good fit to go with the peaches. And I'm going to use a greeting from the set. It's like so much to celebrate, but I'm going to break it up. So I'm going to stamp just so much too, and then celebrate will be stamped separately. So I need to get my washi tape out so I can make sure I can mask that off. But I've got a Calypso Coral card base. I've got a 5 1/4 by 4 in basic white. And yes, you can cut the middle out if you want to save it for doing greetings or something different later on. So we're just going to layer that up. So this is a 5 1/4 by 4. And I've got a 5 by 3/4 card front. This is one of the cards from the kit. It's 3 3/4 by 5. So we're layering that up. And again, we're just going to line it up equal top, bottom, and sides, drop it down. Now, we need to just put that aside and we're going to build the card front. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put adhesive on the back of these. These ones are 1/4 by 3 inch, and you can make the strips whatever size you want, but I'm just going to take that, I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of them. Like that. And I'm going to separate them so that I can put them on individually. But I'm going to put this one on like this. And then I'm going to pop this one on right next to it. And I have overlapped the edge a bit. I'm going to trim it off. Then I'm going to leave a bit of space. And I'm going to attach the next ones. These are 1/4 by 2 1/2. You can, honestly, you can use whatever size strip works best for you. These are just what worked for the size of what I was doing here. And I'm leaving a space and then coming in and putting them. I'm putting these down first and then I'll do the greeting so that I don't run out of space for these pieces. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing again. And these are 1/4 by 2. Like I say, you make the strips whatever size, whatever color you like. And then I'm going to pop this down here like this. And then, oops, I've stuck that down completely. Line this up on this side here like this. Make sure I'm square and flat. And then I can just come around and trim these edges off. Okay, so there's our unit for the front of the card. And what I've done is I haven't left enough room for myself to do the greeting. So I'm going to use one of the other, I'll do something else to do the greeting. We'll figure it out as we go. So I'm going to just put a little bit of adhesive here and a little bit of adhesive here. And I'm going to put down these leaves like this. And they're hanging out over the edge as well. So we just trim these off. And I don't make the alternates ahead because I only get one kit. So whatever I need to use, I need to make it all stretches. I don't have unlimited amounts of kit items. So I'm going to dimensionalize the smaller of the two peaches. You could do this with the cherries and do it in, you know, whatever reds you want to do. So there's our cherries. Now I need to put the greeting on here somehow. And this is going to go, I was going to dimensionalize it onto the front of the card like this. So we're going to dimensionalize that. And I can put the greeting down on the bottom of the card front. So there's always a way to figure things out. Even if the card doesn't end up exactly how you thought it was going to, it's still going to be just fine. So I'm going to pop that down like that. And because I've got the space, I might actually put a couple more of the little peaches in. Because I was planning on having the greeting down here, I have a lot of open space here. But what I'm going to do now is I'm not going to mask this off and stack it. I still could. Let's do that because that's what I plan to do. And then you can see how I do that. So I've got my peach pie ink pad out. And I'm masking off the word celebrate here. So when I look, my word celebrate is masked off. I'm just going to ink this up. Looks like you could probably do it without even having this masked off. But just in case I do have some ink on this, I'm going to take the washi tape off. And I'm stamping this down so much to, okay, and then I'm going to clean this off. And then I'm going to mask it off again, but I'm going to mask off the so much to this time. There we go. And I'm just going to ink up the word celebrate. And then I'm going to take off my washi tape. And then I can stamp this down. There we go. And that is the joy of the photopolymer stamps, is you can see exactly where you're putting things down. So we've got so much to celebrate here. And this is where you could put something like this on. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some of the gems from the kit. So I'm just going to pop one up here like this. One down here like this. And one down here like this. And that's kind of filled in that space a little bit. If I were to do it again, I would spread this out, maybe add another set of the vellum leaves under here, but really quite like it. So thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for a couple of more alternative ideas.